I would say I've achieved 90% of my physical growth, of my physical success, without any kind of PEDs whatsoever.
Coach Greg, and in today's video, Piers Morgan interviews and asks the Liver King all the hard questions we've been waiting for. Finally, someone has the testicular fortitude to address the Liver King.
Well, welcome back. I'm a lover of red meat, but my next guest takes it to the extreme. Brian Johnson, also known as the Liver King.
And so the Liver King, with $100 million business and over 6 million followers on social media, admits steroid use and calls his persona an experiment. Yeah, an experiment on how far I can dupe the people into spending all their money on my supplements.
I'm making this video to apologize.
And so I'm making this video to apologize to absolutely nobody.
I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody.
I'm not sure if Conor McGregor's apology was any worse than that.
These are the facts that 4,000 people a day actually kill themselves, that 80,000 people a day try to do it.
And so he continues to misdirect and say, oh, there's 4,000 people a day commit suicide, 80,000 attempts. And so talk about that. Let's not focus on the Liver King lie.
Sleep, eat, move, shield, connect, cold, sun, fight, bond. But you've got to add another one now, 10, which is steroid drug abuse.
And so there you have it. Piers Morgan, not shy to address the Liver King. Add in that 10th ancestral tenet, abuse PEDs.
How much do you think that has damaged your reputation and your integrity?
And so how much has it hurt his integrity? Well, it's hurt a lot, but guess what? It's not hurt his pocketbook. Even more people are talking about the Liver King. Look at my own channel. After all, he's on the Piers Morgan show, something I've never been on. And so despite the fact that the Liver King is famous for doing something wrong, aka he's infamous, he's still famous. And so because he's more famous, he can again preach about his ancestral tenets, and you can buy his supplements.
How much does it damage my integrity? A lot.
But it hasn't affected anything else. He still gets to preach, has the same message, and so it's not going to affect his pocketbook. And as he's standing there, look at the guy's physique. He's leaner than Coach Greg. And is he natural now? No. Oh, I'm going to go off steroids. I'm going to go off PDs. See, later, down the road, I have a plan for it. Yeah, I'm going to stop. You trust me.
Largely driven by steroids. There's a trust issue there.
What you have to believe is that the world is hurting at record rates, that these are the facts, that 4,000 people a day actually kill themselves.
Yeah, we get it, Liver King. There's a lot of bad things going on in the world, and so let's detract what you did, and let's talk about those other bad things. Why talk about you? I mean, it is an interview with you to talk about your steroid use, and so let's not talk about that, and let's address other problems in the world.
80% of the population struggles paycheck to paycheck. 70% are overweight, half are obese, 50% are on prescription medicine, 40% have or will get cancer.
And what does that have to do with eating liver and you using steroids?
And I've gone and visited with modern-day primitive culture tribes in the Amazon and Africa and Mongolia. This is how they live. They don't have material possessions. They're kicking ass in life.
They're kicking ass in life. Their life expectancy is far lower than ours. They're struggling every single day to try to find food. How is that better? And it's not because of what they're eating. It's because of the way they live their life. They don't have the same stresses. They don't have a 9-to-5 job. They're not trying to buy sports cars and live in a mansion. And so they have a different life. But you can't just eat what they eat and sleep on the floor and live outside and hunt in the woods with a javelin and think, oh, I'm cured. I'm not going to be depressed anymore.
I believe so deeply in this that this is my why in the world.
Of course he believes in this so deeply. He's making $100 million in sales. Yeah, I really believe in it. Of course you do.
I would say I've achieved 90% of my physical growth, of my physical success, without any kind of PEDs whatsoever.
90% is without PEDs. And so the PEDs, it's only helped 10%. Well, before PEDs, how many followers did he have? I mean, we've quite literally been showing leaked footage from the Liver King over the last 10 years. It was footage he already had. No one saw it because he was not famous in the slightest. Only after he took PEDs did he then become famous. And so without the PEDs, would he have gotten 90% of the results? I think not even 9%. The Liver King without steroids, GH, and growth hormone would have been known as the guy who eats liver that no one's ever heard about. That weirdo guy eating liver. Who? I don't know. No one would know who he is.
But it was also a question of lying when you were directly challenged about it.
And so Piers Morgan says, look, even I know who you were. My kids followed you. And when you were pressed, you deliberately lied.
The question has always been, do you take steroids? Do you take PEDs? The answer to that is no. I've always told the truth. I still tell the truth.
It's not like you just avoided the question or kept it to yourself. Hey, no comment.
Yes.
You deliberately and forcefully said, I am 100% natural. Why, you asked me? PDs stands for something else.
How do you feel on a human level to have to sit here now as somebody who's been proven to be a drugs cheat and a liar?
How do you really feel on the inside, Brian Johnson, not Liver King? How do you feel?
I feel like a total piece of crap. I know what I did was wrong. I lied about it. I feel like I've let an entire generation down.
But he keeps misdirecting. He keeps saying, but let's focus on the suicides and attempted suicides, and let's continue to convey my message. It's not about me, it's about my message. But all the while, you're making $100 million in sales.
Part of the reason why I feel so horrific about it is I know what it feels like to be 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 with zero self-worth.
What does that have to do with lying about your physique? About how you're able to achieve it? Nothing.
When I connect with these young people, I know how they feel.
And so he's trying to say, I know how these young people feel. He's trying to get people to feel sorry for him. I had a tough childhood. How is that relevant?
People are hurting and hating and suffering and struggling.
Okay, and you still believe that eating raw liver is the real answer to life?
And so Piers Morgan interrupts. I've had enough of this. Do you still think eating liver is going to give you this great physique and solve life's problems? He then grabs the liver and eats it and basically says, yeah, it is. I'm double down on it. And so, I abused PDs, but it would have worked anyway. 90% of my results came from the liver. Only 10% from those $15,000 a month I spent on PDs. And so, it's still 90%. Really.
Final question, and we're running out of time. Are you ever going to take steroids again?
So I'm currently on them right now.
And so, final question, Liver King. Are you ever going to take steroids ever again? I'm on them right now. And I plan on going off them. And, in the future, sometimes I have a plan.
And I have a plan to come completely off of them. I believe so deeply in this message, the 9 ancestral tenets. I know that I can come off of them. I know I can still kick ass in life.
Okay.
You won't see the same guy
Liver
in
King?
a couple of months. But
And so Liver King closes with, because the ancestral tenets are so great, I can come off performance-enhancing drugs, and I'll be the same guy, just a little bit less muscle. 90% of the progress, the gains I made, I'll keep it all, no problem. Does anyone actually believe this? And so there you have it. Do you actually think the Liver King is going to come off PDs? And if so, is he going to keep 90% of the progress? Do you really think the PDs only helped him 10%? That he would have still been 90% the man he is, even if he was 100% natural? Like the video if you liked it. Please like the video right now. Subscribe. Click that bell button. Subscribe. Leave a comment for the algorithm. Watch one of the boobs. And remember, HTLT subs, I do sell them. They're on my website. Click the link in the description. If you want to save 10%, head there right now. Use code GREG. Follow me on Instagram. Lots going on there. Greg Doucette, I at BB Pro, wanting phone consults, cameos, coaching plans by me and my team. The cookbook, trading book, circle, diet book, so many books. Please click the link in the description. Code GREG, 10% off. And until next time, I am out.